All right, let's get into this. I know it's been a while, holidays and New Year's and everything. It's been super crazy for me, and doing a review was nearly impossible, but finally we got it going with the Michael Kelly 8-string Telecaster, the 508X. So let's get into it. This is my first ever guitar review. So I like to split things up into 3 categories: tone, feel, and quality. So first and foremost, let's get the tone. So the song you heard early in the demo was just left-right guitar, and that was it, essentially. So overall, this guitar has a very well-rounded sound. So right off the bat, this guitar comes with Rockfield Pickups. Get a good look here. Yeah, Rockfield Pickups. They are specially wound for this guitar in particular. And this entire guitar was community input. So everyone from the Michael Kelly community and other extended range players, they brought the specs and everything together to create this guitar. So this guitar comes with the special wound Rockfield pickups. And overall, they are definitely better than a lot of 8-string guitars, that you buy off the market, and they come with the stock pickups. These are probably some of the best stock 8-string pickups that I think can come on a budget 8-string, because this guitar goes for about $4.99. And when you compare it to like the cheap RG8 stuff and some of the Schecter stuff, these pickups blow those stock stuff out of the water. So that's already a big plus. However, how good are these pickups? They're a little bit of a mixed bag. Overall, I like most of what I hear, other than the bridge humbucker, full humbucker. It's a little lacking, and it's a little round sounding. How should I describe it? It just doesn't have enough bite that I particularly would like out of an 8-string. It has a little bit of a rounder sound to it, which is good because, it's not a super high output EMG and it sounds muddy, but it's almost so low to the point where it's not even that. This just doesn't, it needs a little bit more bite on the bridge. This pickup does feature a single coil option, and it's a very interesting setup how they do this. So you got a volume and tone knob, so obviously, and a 3-way switch. So obviously the way you do it is if you have this on bridge and you pull up on the tone, the volume I should say, you're in a single coil on the bridge. And now if you go to the middle and you pull up on both of them, you're single coil for both pickups. And if you go here, obviously you're single coil on the neck. Interesting setup. I'm not a big fan of that. I would prefer a 5-way switch. That is just personal preference. Now, like I said though, for how much this guitar cost, it sounds pretty good for a budget 8-string guitar. Like I said, the split coils sound pretty good. You heard that in the beginning of the demo. They're really nice, clean, and that really nice purr, glassy sound to them. Not as glassy as the Fishmans. I know I'm a little spoiled with my Fishman pickups, but overall, like I said, these are good to be stock on the guitar. I don't plan on changing these anytime soon. So for the tone, it's a mixed bag, but overall I'd say positive. Next, let's get into the feel. Now I'm a little biased because I'm an Ibanez guy. I'm used to Ibanez necks, really thin, the Wizard 3 necks. I've been playing Ibanez guitars for probably about 6 years now. So that's just what I'm used to. That's home for me. That's what I like. However, the Michael Kelly 8-string neck is pretty thin itself. And I was very surprised. I was thinking of, okay, a Telecaster guitar, this is probably going to be a big fat neck. But surprisingly, it wasn't. And this neck is actually very comfortable, and it really isn't that big of a jump from my Wizard 3 neck that I'm used to playing. It has the rock maple. It's a rock maple fretboard. So if you guys are curious on that, that's what it is. It's very good. A little bit of a finish thing going on back here. It's a satin finish. It feels like there's a couple scuffs on it. Like, this guitar is pretty much brand new. I barely touched this guitar, but there's a weird thing going on with the neck. I can't really explain it. It's just, I don't know, it feels a little weird in some areas. But overall, like I said, I was very pleasantly surprised with how the neck felt. I thought this was going to be a baseball bat, but it ended up being very playable. So that's another plus for this guitar in terms of feel. Now let's go to quality. Now when I go to quality, let's talk about specs. So like I said, it has the Rockfield Pickups. I definitely think those are a plus. You know, compared to, like I said, compared to other 8-string stock pickups that come in around this price range, these are definitely better than most. It has the Michael Kelly tuners. These kind of suck. They don't really stay in tune that well, and I've definitely have had to retune this guitar multiple times. And yeah, these I would highly suggest getting some hip shot. Grovers, Schallers, Spurzels, whatever, you know, just get some good quality locking tuners on this, and I feel like you have a pretty decent instrument. It is a bolt-on neck. The bolt-on is very cool. It has this swoop thing, and it's very comfortable. Fret access is pretty good. I do find that the cutaway is pretty close, and if you are like me, I like to really enunciate my pinky movement, and you'll find yourself hitting this cutaway. Like, that's just me, another personal thing, but I do notice that when I am playing some higher up leads. So we got a Rosewood Fingerboard. This is a all mahogany body with a red cherry maple veneer on here, pick guard. This is a Michael Kelly bridge. So overall, the quality on this guitar is another mixed bag. This guitar came out of the box extremely out of tune, and the intonation and string height was insane. Like, I could barely play it, and that's gonna be kind of usual for most budget guitars, but hey, what are you gonna do? So I definitely had to get a adjustment on this guitar, which now it's playing wonderfully now. Now I'm gonna bring you guys to some weird stuff. I don't know if the camera can see this, but let's try to get close as we can. Come on, camera. Come on. Oh well, I'll take a picture of it. But if you can see this right here, the nut is like, you could see the space in between the nut and the fretboard, and I am not liking that, and it freaks me out. I've played a lot of guitars, and I can easily say I've never seen, I've played a lot of guitars, and I've easily could say I've never seen the nut separated from the fretboard like this. Like, I can see through like this gap. It's not cool, man. It's not cool. Also, like I said, this guitar is brand new. It did have a scuff on the fretboard. Like I said, I'll get some pictures on there. Yeah, there's that little scuff right there. But overall, the finish is really good. The finish is really good. The quilt veneer, it looks beautiful. I never owned a red guitar before, so it's pretty cool owning this. It's nice and shiny. But overall, like I said, quality's a mixed bag, but that's what you're gonna get with these $500 budget guitars. Alright, so overall, let's look at the grand spectrum of things. For tone, I'm gonna have to give this guitar a 6 out of 10. It's definitely better than average. So average is 5, so 6 is slightly above average. The Rockfield pickups are better than most stock 8-string pickups in this price range. For feel, I'm gonna have to give it a 7. It is, it is similar to a Ibanez neck. It is slightly thicker, but I definitely wouldn't be playing this over my custom RG8 or my S series. I would definitely have this as my backup. So it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. And in terms of quality, we're just gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10. It's a very average quality, $500. This is the type of stuff you're gonna expect out of, this type of price range for this guitar. And with the nut, the scuff on the fretboard, and then the overall how bad these tuners are, yeah, I can't give it anything more than average, because that's what you're just expecting. So overall, though, in terms of getting a cheaper 8-string on the market, these are kind of a hidden gem, because just with a couple of modifications like tuners, maybe a new nut, and maybe probably some pickups. I think we have a killer instrument here, and it's nice to see a new shape in the H-string world because there's not much in $500 or lower that isn't a super strat body style. So it's really cool to see a Telecaster shape. Yeah, I hope you guys keep rocking. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. There will be more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep rocking.